This video is sponsored by Squarespace. I didn't think that I was gonna get a new MacBook, but it was time. It was time for an upgrade. In 2016, when the butterfly keyboard MacBook came out and it just sucked, it was like the worst thing ever. That's when I switched to fully Windows. And up until last year, I was still using a Windows desktop. When the M1 MacBook came out, I was like, oh wait, this might be different. Also, a MacBook that has ports and they're making their own silicon now, this could be interesting. For the first time ever, I didn't fully spec out a laptop. I didn't get the best. I just went with the M1 Pro. That's what this laptop is. I've been using it since, 2021, and it has surpassed my expectations. Turns out this M1 Pro spec was one of the best ones that you can go with because the battery life was amazing and the performance was, well, just fantastic. To be a video creator dealing with a lot of files, a lot of big files, compressed files, 422 10-bit files, to not have to have the best of the best and for it to still perform was something new with Apple Silicon. Wait, why is this space black? I got silver. What? No, I got silver. Didn't I pick silver? Oh my God. I literally didn't pick the right color for my MacBook. I'm like a silver girly. Okay, that's pretty funny that I just got the wrong color. Oh. I don't have the time or energy to make the return because I feel like it would be complicated. Basically, Apple's trade-in program wasn't working just through their website. So I had to contact support to get a custom cart. And so I had to message the support agent all of the specs that I wanted. And now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't say the color. Whatever, I have more pressing problems than getting the wrong MacBook color, but it's just when you spend thousands of dollars, you kind of want to get that color that you want, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna set this up in a minute, but why upgrade? I've always had just better luck, better performance with desktops in general, so I was excited to explore the Apple Studio side of things, but there's no way that I can get an M2 Studio with these M4s around the corner and seeing benchmarks and like the performance improvements. I was just like, let's just upgrade the MacBook for the time being. And then when the studios come out later, maybe I'll pull the trigger on just like the overkill desktop if I start making money again. But I'm noticing a lot of people with M1s, the M1 Pro, M1 Max are making their upgrades now. They're seeing the M4 and they're saying, okay, it's finally time to upgrade the MacBooks. And that's definitely the camp that I'm in. But people on Twitter love to be like, well, what can your M1 Pro not do that you need from the M4? And well, I'll let you know. I'll tell you. One big mistake with only getting 32 gigs of RAM with my M1 Pro MacBook. If I have Resolve open, Photoshop, and a few Chrome tabs, it's game over. Stacking effects when color grading in Resolve, it can get a little dicey if you start to add in like auto motion tracking, or something that I do a lot now is magic masks. I'm using voice isolation way more in my videos. This is an effect in Resolve, and it's funny, in my last video, people are like, what mic did you use? Because the audio sounded so good. And I was just using a normal Rode Video Mic Pro, but the crappy townhouse that we're in a new place now, which is exciting. It had really tall ceilings and it was just very airy, and so the sound didn't sound good at all. So I used voice isolation about 50%. And it tends to go above and beyond just fixing echoey audio to the point where people are like, wait, why does your audio sound so good? But it is so hard on your computer, voice isolation. And then the last thing is exporting proxies. Recently, I've been doing a very, very large video project. It's insane. And I'm exporting like 1 terabyte of proxy. Well, the proxies aren't 1 terabyte, but the original footage is 1 terabyte to 1.5 terabytes of footage. And so as you can imagine, it's taking a bit to make proxies from that. And so I'm just excited to have increased speed with that. And so those are the things that we're gonna test with the new MacBook. But yeah, that's where I'm at on why I upgraded. So at the new house that we're renting, this is gonna be my little office, and as you can see, it is very messy. But check these out. Jonathan Morrison gave me Genelex speakers, and I am just like shooketh by this. We'll chat about those at the end of the video. This is the build that I got. I got the nano texture display. That might surprise you. But when I was seeing videos about it, I was actually really impressed by it. I would never get a studio display with a nano texture because it's always inside, but I do use my laptop outside and it seemed pretty great. So we'll have to see if it destroys the blacks when it comes to like color grading and stuff. We'll have to see. So I went with the M4 Pro chip with a 14-core CPU and 20-core GPU and 16-core neural engine. So it's the upgraded M4 Pro. This is the thing that almost got me upgraded to the max. I was thinking I could upgrade to 64 gigs of memory because when you get the M4 and the Mac Mini, you can have 64 gigs. But the laptop, you cannot. It's like a scheme that Apple does to get you to like upsell you to the max chip, I swear. So that's actually kind of upsetting because I had to only do 48 gigs. Will that be enough in comparison to the 32? I don't know. I just couldn't fork over the extra cash for the max. I just couldn't. And then we went with 4TB SSD storage. That is definitely a sweet spot for me because sometimes I have video projects that are a terabyte in size, and I like to keep most of my projects that I'm actively working on my laptop. Sometimes I need to throw in an SSD, but you know, I have my NAS storage for all of my archive footage and stuff like that, but I don't want to edit off of my NAS, right? It's gonna be fastest when it's just like the internal SSD. The total turns out to be $3,949 with taxes around $42. I'm trading in my laptop, so it turns out to be like $3,100 or $3,200, which, you know, is a lot, but it's gonna be worth it because I'm gonna be trying to make more videos in my life right now. Okay, here's the thing. This MacBook was shipped to me over a week ago. It's just been sitting in the box because life has been busy and I'm tired, so I'm just now unboxing it. But that means I need to get all of the content off of my old MacBook and this new one set up by tomorrow, because if I want the $1,000 of trade-in value for my old MacBook, I have to send it in by tomorrow. I did not think this through. I know everything is copied over and good to go, but this is always so nerve-wracking. Okay, it's going. Man, I'm kind of sad. Getting kind of nostalgic about this M1 Pro MacBook Pro. You did me well. UPS closes in 15 minutes. Time to return the old M1 MacBook. Why am I the way I am? Okay, bye. Okay, how is this cable management down here making you feel? Are you getting anxious? Okay, I've been living with my M4 Pro MacBook Pro for a little over a week now. I've actually been doing a ton of editing, and I have to say thumbs up. I'm happy with my purchase. Not happy with the color, but I don't have the time to return it. Voice isolation is something I'm using all of the time to make my audio better, but it slows down your computer like crazy. There's a little bit of noise from my loft, so I am gonna use voice isolation. The key with voice isolation is to put it at like 50%. Very rarely am I using it at the full 100%. Change it to 50. And let's see if it can play back.
Not just
oh my
me,
gosh,
but my entire family.
Oh my gosh.
There as well.
24 frames. 2 times?
You know,
it can go 2 times. Okay, this is the biggest deal for me because I would not use voice isolation on videos just because it would slow things down. Of course, you can just throw it on your entire video here at the end of it, but you still want to listen through the whole video with an effect on to make sure it sounds good. And that would just be kind of brutal because it would stutter a lot. So that's, hey, okay, that's good. Big fan. Exporting proxies is something that I actually do a lot. If I'm editing a video from start to finish, I don't have to worry about it. I just edit it. But for my bigger projects, I have an editor who helps me. Shout out to Kyle. He lives in the UK, and so I've started to upload proxies instead of the actual footage because the projects that we're doing right now, one is 1.5 terabytes. That's too much. And so I took one of the folders that is 128 gigs of footage, and I made the proxies just like I did on the M1 Pro. So on the M1 Pro, it took 19 minutes and 27 seconds. And then on the M4 Pro, it took 16 minutes and 11 seconds. So it's a 17% increase in proxy export time. So, you know, that's not like crazy earth-shattering, but it's still a sizable improvement. And then if you extrapolate that over, you know, 1.5 terabytes instead of the 120 gigabytes that folder was, that actually does add up. But the biggest difference that actually helps me day to day are two major things. So it's Magic Mask and just stacking effects on the clips. The M4 Pro actually does much better when it comes to having a fully color graded clip and then stacking effects on that, just playing back. And that's really what actually matters for me. And so I did a test with the Magic Mask and it was smooth like butter. It's doing a Magic Mask of a 30-second clip in under 2 minutes. Granted, with the M1 Pro, I could always just change the playback to like a quarter resolution, and usually that would give me full 24 frames playback. But it was pretty impressive with the M4 Pro that I could just do full quality playback with color grading and a Magic Mask. So whenever you have effects like that, whether it's Magic Mask or noise reduction, that's gonna take the biggest toll on your computer for sure. When it comes to just like editing normal 4K footage now on Apple Silicon, chopping up clips, putting some music, putting a light color grade, still the M1 series is phenomenal with that. There's no buffering. There's really no significant issues if you're not layering on like, you know, a ton of effects. Apple Silicon in general was such a bigger deal in hindsight. Shout out to the Mac team following up like 4 years of just such failure with the butterfly keyboard, for them to turn it around so much with Apple Silicon and, you know, a thicker chassis with an HDMI port and, you know, more variety of ports. We love that for the Mac team. I'm proud of you guys if anyone's watching. So it definitely took a while to just get my MacBook sorted with like all my applications and stuff. I'm always a fresh, clean install gal. Okay, when it comes to a new iPhone or new MacBook, I do not transfer the old over to the new. I always do a clean install of everything. And so it takes me a little bit longer to get things going. Judy, shh. I'm talking. But now that we're good to go, it feels good. I used to like change the computer I used like twice a year, 3 times a year when I was trying to figure out my new flow, but I think I'm gonna try to be a 100% Apple Silicon gal. It feels like an end of an era. No more Windows, no more PC. I really think that Apple Silicon has become so amazing that if you're not doing 3D renders in Maya or Blender, you know, it's like you could probably do everything you need on a Apple Silicon laptop. You know, you don't even need a desktop, which is crazy. All right, I gotta get my new space here. Clean, organized. I have no idea where very essential things are, like batteries and certain SSDs. Have you guys been getting into AI? So I know, you know, a year ago or whatever, there was a ton of demos and the stuff was like, it was cool. But now it's serious. I'm very excited to cover some of the stuff out there that's happening. And this is related to Squarespace, our sponsor for this video. Thank you so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring. You guys probably already know Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for entrepreneurs to succeed, to create an online store, or creatives like us to basically put your portfolio out in the world and get business that way. They're adding so many features, but the one that is so cool is design intelligence. There's many ways you can make a Squarespace site. You can choose one of their award-winning templates, or you can use Fluid Engine, which is basically their way to just drag and drop and fully customize your site. But they just released something called Blueprint AI. So you can check out here a template that's unique to you, design your homepage, add the pages you need, choose your colors and fonts, and generate text and images with AI directly on your website. Create site. Okay, check this out. Wow. Okay, your site template. So it's not just a template for one page. Now it's basically saying, hey, I'm gonna set up all the pages for you. You can go in and just fill in the content later. Oh, that's clean. Wow. You already have a course module that you could just plug and play content. So I could go in here, edit, and just start adding my own content, right? Adding my own images. Oh my goodness. I know I say this a lot, but it truly feels like we're living in the future. So really, you can just do everything you need when it comes to making a website, presenting your brand online with just Squarespace. I mean, it's pretty crazy. If you guys want to check it out, you can go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And if you're ready to get started today, go to squarespace.com/Sara Dietschy. That's me, for 10% off your first purchase of a domain or website. Okay. Back to the video.
Yeah, face that way and then close your eyes.
Oh my gosh, okay. Did not expect anything, okay. Oh my god, why am I so nervous?
Everything's closed?
My
It's
palms
hot.
are sweating.
It's hot.
Oh my gosh, I hear things.
Yeah, it's a little heavy. Actually, yeah, you can just open your eyes.
Oh, what? You were telling me about these.
And you heard some at
I just seen, are these those?
This
'Cause
is-
I remember being like
Say-
shooketh.
Yeah, Genelec. These are my favorite creator ones
Yeah.
because of the stands. So if you're on a desk.
Hold on, are you giving these to me?
Yeah.
What? This is insane.
Well, no,
Why?
because you were very excited at listening to them.
Yeah, but this is so sweet. Oh my god. Thank you so much.
Okay, now it should be going, so now
Yeah.
just like chill out for a second. If you click on a speaker, those are all the corrections it's doing. Why these are sick is if your room isn't perfectly calibrated or acoustically treated, it's doing all those corrections for you.
Interesting. That's awesome. Yeah, it's so good. And it's low volume.
Yeah.
What are the benefits to using actual real quality studio speakers opposed to what we're used to? Kind of like what you just mentioned to me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for what we do video, right, like it's a lot of these actually are used in film and dialogue editing and not just music. So as much as they are used in the music space, they're used for film and cinema and those kinds of things. So I think that's probably the important part is just, the sub is probably overkill for what you do, but that's just going to make the listening experience enjoyable. So, for editing sessions, but I think there's like a cross benefit of that, of hearing things that you would have missed on normal speakers, because as much as people do listen on phones and laptop speakers, I think a lot of people are starting to use YouTube as TV and watch it on, Sonos and sound systems and things like that.
Well, Jonathan, I appreciate you. And this was seriously such a surprise when, you came over and we were just talking about Apple logs. So I appreciate it so much.
Hey, like I said, I know you said that you don't deserve it, but you've been at this game for quite a bit, so and you get really nerdy over stuff. So I feel like,
and that's been a direct result to not posting YouTube videos. I'm sure you relate. It's like I'll get so into something and then I'm like, wait, I should be making a video about this, but it's just me and my computer until 3 a.m., But so yes, I relate to that.
So I'm sorry to add one more thing to your...
No, it's so fun. I mean, that's the fun part of this job, right?
Yeah. Well, I hope it brings some fun, and let me know what you think after
I appreciate
a little
it.
bit of time.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks,
Okay. Thanks, Jonathan.
Bye.
Bye. They sound so freaking good. It's like you're wearing in-ear monitors, but for speakers. You can hear every single channel every single instrument. I'm sure you're gonna say that this is a little overkill, but this is gonna be fun. Hey guys, let me know if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new around here. I have not flexed the muscle of making videos in a very long time. And when that happens, videos become so big. I put them on a pedestal and then they become this big thing, and then it just takes me months to make a video. And that's just insane. Yes, of course, some videos will take months, but I hope you stick around for me flexing the muscle of making videos. But this is where I feel like I am right now. I just need to make videos and I feel good about it. And it's a good distraction with everything happening. So thanks for watching, and yeah, stay peachy. Okay, bye.